Relate, replay, and respond with the Retrade project. We'll be sharing with you 67 minutes over the next few weeks alongside your colleagues. We're talking about green living, sustainability, and why we give back with the staff of Nedbank as part of our Mandela Day initiative. Great. Hello and welcome. We have Olwethu here with us today. And we are talking about a really interesting conversation around how we learn to live responsibly while helping those in need. Hi, Olwethu.
Hello, Jessica.
So I would love to start by asking you, and it really is part of our Mandela Day initiative, what does Mandela Day mean to you?
Mandela Day means an opportunity to give. It's an opportunity for me to be fulfilled as a giver. It's an opportunity to make a difference in somebody else's life. Remember, as Nedbankers, we want to be that difference that impacts the world.
We're talking about giving back and living sustainably. And so I would then ask you is how do we identify the needs around us in communities?
People identify the need differently. Fortunately for me, I'm one of the products of it takes a whole village to raise a child. So for me, it was easy. I come from a village where resources are scarce, food is scarce, and there is no infrastructure. So we just really need to open our eyes and ears because people are screaming for help out there. We just need to identify what we are passionate about and what we can give.
How do we do this now during lockdown? We're talking about a time when there are restrictions and what does that mean for this stage and this current situation?
It's difficult, Jessica, I must say, but it's easy because it gives us an opportunity to see the world differently. It gives us an opportunity to utilize what we have and make it work for the beneficiaries of our work. So we just need to limit the physical contact. That's number one. You can post the money. We've got Nedbank money apps where we can send the money. You can have interactions utilizing the different mediums like Zoom calls. You can use Skype meetings. You can use WhatsApps to just converse with the people that are the beneficiaries of your service. Because another thing that I just want to mention is that when people think of community involvement, they think monetary. However, your time as well as the resources can really make a huge difference. If I take, for instance, one of the projects that I'm involved in, we are mentoring young girls that are in matric, right? We coach them, we're grooming them. So we continue with our conversations, we continue with our monthly sessions, but the only difference is that I'm not physically there, but we try and make it as fun as possible.
That's amazing and so encouraging to hear how these projects are still going on during this time and how we're using and how you are starting to utilize technology to benefit those in need. My last question for you would then be, what is the role that we could play to live responsibly during this COVID-19 time?
The community sees us as the ambassadors. They look up to us. So how we conduct ourselves is key critical. And we have a huge responsibility placed upon us to educate the communities. So even when we are involved in the communities or we are involved in community projects, we need to wear two hats, one of giving and the other one of educating the communities. So it is important that we correctly wear our masks. I'm passionate about that part. We need to sanitize regularly, wash our hands with soap and water regularly. So even when we are in our community projects, that is our opportunity to educate the communities. And don't forget to keep the social distance. If you really have to be there, because I know that people are involved in different projects, if you really have to be there, keep that physical distance of at least 2 meters.
Practical guidance as we head into this very interesting time. In closing, is there a call to action that you would like to have for your colleagues and those listening?
Definitely. Jess, we are building a community of givers. We want each and every individual to be a part of this project. If you're in P and surrounds, please don't forget to contribute to the food drive. We are doing this for the people that really need our assistance during this period. Thank you.
We look forward to sharing more stories and thoughts from Nedbank in our 67 Minutes for Mandela Day initiative.